A cat, and a dog, and a bird. Wait, isn't this the setup for a cartoon? Yeah, maybe, but this ain't no Looney Tunes rivalry. This is way better. Let's get this bestie's origin story started with the one who got here first, Ponzu.
Ponzu is quite laid back cat, and he can be lazy. He's quite picky. I need to make sure that every day I give him food, the flavor always different.
For a while, Ponzu was happy to be king of New York, but when Chanan found a bright orange bird on the roof of their Brooklyn apartment, well, adjustments had to be made. Make way for Mango.
In the beginning, when I brought Mango in, I was kind of nervous. I'm just afraid coming back home and see like dead bird or dead cat.
Yikes. Yeah, that would be terrible. You get the feeling it might be a disaster waiting to happen.
I know that my cat has the instinct to hunt small animals, rats, mice, and birds.
Unsurprisingly, cat gone cat. Poor Mango's had it hard enough already. Her clipped wings and leg band suggest she was a pet. So she either escaped or was let loose. A common fate for loud, demanding birds who can live up to 30 years. Not only that, but she's a sun parakeet, which happens to be a non-native endangered species. Entering a new home, Mango wasted little time trying to curry favor with her new roommate.
Because there is no birds around here, she looking for something else to clean, and she liked Ponzu's fur.
Heck of a survival strategy. Don't discount that bird brain. With Ponzu taking advantage of the free pampering, Chanan saw enemies becoming frenemies.
Those two animals are supposed to be enemies, but they're best buddies. You cannot separate them now. And that is melt my heart.
But just as Ponzu had adjusted to the idea of having a roommate, Chanan brought a new character into her show. Introducing Tofu, a Shiba Inu puppy.
Tofu is very playful. He's always trying to be active, and sometimes he can be too rough. Tofu! But he will adjust eventually. Let's go.
To give the pair a break, Chanon's taking Tofu to the park. She's curious. What do the friendly duo get up to when she's not around? Installing a pet cam may reveal their true nature. Turns out, the friendship's not just for show. These guys actually like hanging out.
Even though we are not there, they still get together and hang out. The bird likes to hop on the cat's back and just walk around everywhere.
Mango can't fly too well. But it seems she trades those grooming sessions for a free ride on the Ponzu Express. Fair trade.
I think she's kind of lazy. So she used a cat as a transportation for her in the house. And that is quite funny to see.
The two still haven't quite warmed up to little Tofu, whose excited energy can be a tad overwhelming at times.
Tofu is still learning how to become part of the gang. When he grows a little more, he's gonna be more calm and it's gonna be perfect.
Hey, if a cat and a bird can be best friends, anything's possible.
A dog and a turkey? Who'd have ever thought these two wildly different creatures might have anything to talk about, let alone understand each other? They might look like they're arguing, but it's actually more like two siblings bickering. How did these two peas in a pod find themselves in the same home? It's quite a tale. Let's start with Blossom, a broad-breasted white turkey who is destined to be the main course at someone's Thanksgiving. For her first 5 weeks of life, this little bird grew up with hundreds of other chicks on a brood farm. When the turkeys were sent off for the next stage to be fattened up, Blossom was somehow left behind. The farmer's daughter found her and pleaded for little Blossom's life to be spared. They gave her to an animal shelter where Deputy Director Abby Hubbard offered to give her a home. But there was one potential hurdle to overcome: Abby's dog, Minnow.
I wasn't worried about how Minnow would view Blossom. I just wasn't sure what Blossom would think of Minnow. My first interactions with Blossom were at our animal shelter, and she was terrified. This is the moment that Blossom arrived at our home. Minnow walked right up, and Blossom saw her, and she was instantly comfortable with her.
It didn't take long for Blossom to find her comfort zone in her new surroundings. She wasted no time claiming Minnow's bed as her own. As you can see, their friendship was quick to blossom.
She just seemed like a different bird at that point. So this is their first cuddle. It was another moment for Blossom where she really relaxed.
Now you might be wondering, do turkeys make for good house pets? The answer is a pretty hard no, most of the time. They're impossible to house train and typically only bond with other turkeys.
When she came into our family, she was right for learning.
But Minnow had a special touch. We might never know why, but it could have had something to do with her own origin story. Minnow was born on a dog meat farm in South Korea. Along with 22 others, she too was destined to become food. But before she was slaughtered, the Humane Society of the United States swooped in and rescued her and her pals as they shut down the farm. Only 5 months old at the time, her life would have turned out a whole lot differently.
She was quite fearful when she arrived at our shelter for adoption, and I just immediately fell in love with her. And because I like working with fearful animals, I felt particularly drawn to helping her.
She knows she's safe and loved, and now a very important member of a family.
It was quite special that what I had been able to do for Minnow had then been able to do for Blossom in making her comfortable in our home.
Like any siblings, they squabble sometimes, sure. Minnow can be protective of her toys, and Blossom's somewhat of an antagonist.
It's kind of like the way my little brother teased me. Blossom likes to put up a bit of a fight. And so then she'll get worked up and you'll see her feathers puff up and she'll kind of arch her neck and make her little turkey warning sounds. Minnow's put up with a lot. I think she's come to understand that that's how Blossom communicates and she tolerates it. And it's all part of being in a relationship, right? Come on, Blossom, come on.
Minnow takes her role seriously. Blossom can get scared from time to time. See that vulture overhead? Has her shaking in her feathers.
She often looks to the sky. She's worried about the birds of prey, which is typical, it's an instinct. Are you showing Bloss what to do?
But Minnow's instinct is to have her pals back at all times.
Minnow has always been really good at kind of sensing what Blossom needs and being a security blanket for her.
This family's first Thanksgiving was as special as any you could be invited to. And rather than be served as dinner, these two lucky ducks were just served dinner as VIPs.
That was it. It was a done deal. She was home. She was part of our family, and I think we were all just as thrilled as could be.